Okay, chaps, welcome back to the 13th Legion Peasant Army. This is episode 5. This episode is going way better than the cultist playthrough, but that's hardly surprising. Right. Oh, Jonathan Sanity, I have such high hopes for you. 77 to 104 damage to hit points. Awesome. Let's get to work, boys. We have money to make. Have at least 2,000 crowns. Yeah, fair enough. I believe we sold all the stuff we needed to. Yes, we did. And we've got armor ready to go for the next two boyos. Let's go like that. We've got spears. Is there shields for them? There is not. I want to get some ranged fighters in. Also, let's take a look quickly at the fatigue numbers and hand out some nets. Always useful in a pinch. Liking the look of these fatigue numbers. Onward. Let's beat up on these lads and get some XP. I just want to check the armor values quickly. Yeah, we'll be fine. I don't feel like there's a need to use an axe against these peasants. Just stab them with a spear. I think they're going to come towards us. Maybe not. They have the ranged advantage. Okay, good. Bless them for coming towards us. Hold the line, boys. Let them come. I really hope I can get some lads that have enough fatigue to be able to use a flail. Because in so many of these fights, the flail will be a one-shot. Just move forward and crunch someone's head open. Yeah, you run straight for that poacher, actually. That's a good play. I kind of want to put myself where I'm not going to be in contact with two lads. I really want to try to take out that thug. That Gudendag is a little scary. Nice headshot. Yes! First blood to Bantha! Yeah, you better run. You can't hit Bantha. Defensive genius. Good stabbing, Signanford. Miss. Good blocking. Loving the defensive work so far, boys. Kalarak is just running rampant in the back lines. Ow! Ow! Crunch! Actually, that was a misplay. I should have put myself into position to swap out poor Lisco. Not that it matters. It's just a couple thugs. Off with their heads! Kill 'em, boys. You know what? It's not even worth the cost of an arrow. Give me that free XP. Maybe I should be a little bit more circumspect with the battles that I take now. The next 5 battles are going to get XP boosted. Pike or a breaker, you can still use rotation and still, try to save someone's life even if he goes down. Maybe I give him 9 lives, but I've never been crazy about 9 lives. Rotation. Rotation saves lives. What I really want now is my next 4 or 5 battles to be big zombie farming battles. Just to really, really make the most out of that training. Should we hire some more boys? We might actually be in a hiring phase, but no, we're almost out of tools and these are nice and cheap. I think we're better off really stocking up on tools. What's this? Escort, a day away, fine. I'm heading north anyway. What sort of levels are we looking at here? 4, 4... I want at least... Okay, we've got level 4 on everybody up front, so we can certainly hire 2 more boys here. Get 2 more bodies onto the field. Although 10 guys is decent now, I'm just deciding whether I'm going to hire whatever nerds I can, or whether now is the time to start saving and trying to hire the best ranged fighters we can, because we want to have 4 ranged guys in total. It seems like we can't hire hunters, so it'll have to be poachers, and we're going to have to grind through a bunch of poachers, hire and fire, until we can get the stars we need. I think we stay at 10 lads. Let's do this ambition, and then start buying poachers. I mean, currently we have the makings of a half-decent squad here. If we add 2 more ranged fighters into this, and then we can add even more boys afterwards. I mean, just some cheap lads using staff slings. What you got for us? A delivery. I'm quite happy to deliver. A day to the south. Fine. I love these delivery missions. They are comparatively easy crowns, and each little mission you do helps with the relations with that village, which eventually helps your economy. Hello, brigand raiders. I imagine you boys are carrying some armor. Armor that I would like to have. Now, does anybody on the front line have the accuracy and the fatigue to use a flail? Yes, Sick Nanford does. Okay, so here's the play. Let's utilize all these nets we have, because these are a bunch of raiders we're up against. These we can hang on to once the battle is won. There's 6 of them we're fighting, is there? Yeah, there's 6 of them. And fighting in a swamp could actually suit us. But no, they don't want to take. They want to give battle. We're gonna have to chase them. What I really want is for one of these guys to have a Dane axe. No, we got flails. The pike is very nice, but it's these suits of armor here that we want. It is quite clearly too greedy trying to go for more than 2 of those sets of armor, especially because those flails do so much damage and are so dangerous. Okay, good. So Uko has a clear shot there. I'm just deciding whether I want to attack or not, but Jonathan Sanity will go in there and probably will mace this dude to death and try to dagger these ones. At least one, maybe two. I feel like going there is too dangerous. You'll be surrounded by those dudes. Let's go here and force these lads to take that position. Same scenario there. It's a little dangerous for Jonathan Sanity. In fact, I'm going to have him step in on the next turn. If one of these guys wants to come in and surround themselves, then they're welcome to. Philip the Berserk, I don't want you to actually wait with that net. I want you to get it thrown and get some damage out. Great shot, Sick Nanford. That's what I'm talking about. Uko, let's try something a little bit different with my archer. I'm going to wait for these guys to commit to the front line. On the next turn, Uko should be up on the high ground with flanking shots. Now, is my gamble going to pay off? Ouch, probably not. Those flails do real damage, eh? They really are dangerous. I can kill him! Uko, wait until that brigand raider commits himself. Now this guy needs to be stabbed. But before we do that, he's got to be netted. I think it's too greedy trying to dagger this guy because there's so much damage on the field here. If we just get one set of this basic armor, we'll be doing well. 84%, 79. There's a pretty decent chance to kill. Ah! Great stuff, Sick Nanford, but that is exhausting, throwing the flail like that. Headshot, good. Ah, fuck, I didn't need that to happen. Okay, so Uko is in a really good spot now to flank shoot these lads. We're gonna dagger this lad, we're gonna just straight up kill that guy if we can fucking hit him. Oof, almost Calorak, good lad. Oh, whoops, wrong target, fuck. I actually have to shield up here because he's potentially going to take 4 attacks. Great hit. Let's just move out of range of that dude and prepare to throw a net here onto this guy. Sick Nanford, you need to shield up, definitely. Ah! Just survive, boys. There's a kill, finally. Nice. Whoa! Okay, that lad is untouched, so let's try to... I want to dagger him as well, but Philip the Berserk is one shot away. Dying. Okay, breaking. Fuck's sake. Just straight up kill this guy. He's not worth trying to dagger. Come on, one more dagger and his morale's gonna go. There we go. No! Oh, and Sick Nan, for fuck's sake. Good. Nice hit. Oh, so close to death. Wait for his turn. Don't kill. Okay, that was a lot harder than I needed to be, but it's a little reminder that the enemy raiders are still very dangerous. Still, a couple of very nice pieces of armor and weapons out of that, so overall, worth. And it's the kind of risks you have to take. A bunch of good level ups too. I can't help but think if Jonathan's sanity wouldn't have been better off just using a flail. But no. What I need to do is be smarter about shield breaking. So if... Do we not have a hand axe here? So instead, maybe Bantha makes sure that there's a target here with no shield for Jonathan's sanity to come forward and club them with the two-handed mace. Weapons-wise, 58, you use that boar spear. And Paddon Fane, the pike is just a straight-up better weapon. Level 5 mace user. Calorak, I think it is time that we give you mace specialization. Do we have a mace ready to go? We do not, but it should be fairly easy to get our hands on one for you. Okay, we can then give you a wooden stick for at least guaranteed stun as long as you hit. Paulisco is a generic soldier. I always take a 3 if there's no stars. Hit points and defense. Generally, I'm going to try to take defense over fatigue. I think in previous campaigns I've overvalued fatigue at the expense of melee defense. I should rather, even if someone has so little fatigue that they can attack one turn and then recover the next turn and then attack only the other turn again, if they're not taking damage because they're hard to hit, then that's probably better. You have terrible accuracy, so I feel like fast adaptation is probably worth it. Why don't we try something a little bit different though? We give Sick Nainfoot the flank. Paulisco we give taunt. And we put him in this position so that when Jonathan's sanity is close, you have Bantha to break a shield and this guy to taunt, so Jonathan's sanity then only has one guy attacking him. I think it's a taunt though, so in the patch notes they've lowered the amount of fatigue it uses. I don't know, maybe just... got rotation. I have my misgivings about taunt. I think he's probably better off just with fast adaptation. There is certainly no shortage of weapons ready to go. 59 accuracy. Honestly, use the boar spear. You are a stunner, Bantha. You're a shield breaker. 64 accuracy. We give you that. Uko got level 5 finally. Shields? Where's my shields? Don't really have them. Okay, so there's gear ready to go for the next bunch of bodies that come in. There's even ranged weapons if we need them. Paddon Fane, level 5. He's getting there. Slowly but surely he's getting there. He will need, let's see, one more level. We can take Dagger Mastery on this level and then recover. Once he has... Okay, we'll take recover this turn. So when he hits level 6, he can take his place on the front line and start stabbing dudes. I feel like he's too vulnerable right now. That really sucks. Damage inflicted. Awesome, another delivery. Gives me time to heal up. Perfect. What can I sell? Nothing really. I feel like I need all this stuff. And then that's all earmarked to be used at some point. Witch hunters in town, but we can't afford to hire them. It's a pity I didn't have more money available. A 500 gold militiaman. Really good. Oh, medical supplies are a bit low. Pattenfane the minstrel stands up and clacks his boots together. Shall I show you fools how to dance? A few men look up and shake their heads. Oh, come on, it's simple. Watch. The man raises a leg. It goes into an angle no man's leg should before planting back on the ground. He twirls, arms above his head. He then fans his arms out as if to fly. It's actually quite beautiful, though you'd never admit as much when you're a living soul. You watch as the minstrel continues, leaning forward, then suddenly he rips a horrendous fart right into Jonathan Sanity's face. Pattenfane straightens up in an instant, as though the gas had fixed a bad back and he sought the immediate use of it. Well, that's all, folks. So hopefully you got the moves down pat. He runs off, a particularly slighted and smelly man on his heels. The rest of the men bowl over with laughter. Bravo, Pattenfane. What's our daily rate? 117. It's not too bad. Damn, so once we healed up here, we're going to go down to 3 medical supplies. We are going to have to buy medical supplies. It's really hard to get the money saved up. No, just keep grinding, lads. Careful, boys. We're in barbarian territory. Excellent. So everyone should be fully healed, and we can keep taking on more work immediately. Oh, that's tempting. But no, stay focused. And also, as much as I might like to hire more boys, we need to really focus on getting this money. Find Tomb of Ivar. Yep, fine. A long way to the east. That might take us like 2 days to find, but let's see what the other one is. What's this? Drive off barbarians. Perfect. So this is going to be quite difficult. But it's just the kind of mission we need. It'll give us all the money we need to get this, achieve this ambition. And we've got level 4s and 5s. Again, it's not going to be easy, but we're fairly strong, and this will set us up quite nicely money-wise. I accept. Should we have a drink before we take them on? Anyone who's a drunkard or tiny, though, will leave in reserve. We do have a couple of nets. I'll certainly want the nets for this fight. Let's think about how we're going to fight these barbarians. Shield up, certainly. I don't think any of them particularly even use shields. Did I see any shields on them? I don't think so. So let's give swords to you and a spear to you. I certainly want to use Jonathan Sanity with that mace. 66 and 65. We've got 2 decent guys with daggers on the background. 1 archer. Right. Enough pussyfooting. Let's go hunt some barbarians. This is not going to be easy there. There should be a couple of reavers in this one. Okay, it should be a forest fight, which actually helps us. When you fight enemies that don't have ranged weapons, fighting in a forest can be quite beneficial. Unknown garrison, that's kind of scary. A set of fur jerts. Typical for the barbarians of the northern regions. Some barbarian chosen. Holy crap, those are like champions. But there's only like 5 of them. With enough crowd control. So, I realize that this could potentially be a campaign-ending blunder if I go into this and get wrecked. But the thing is, I need to gather information about how tough these barbarians are. And these are the super heavy armor guys. We've got swords and daggers. I wonder if we're not better off using something that's better against armor. But weapon-wise, I don't really have anything good against armor. The axe is good against armor. The two-handed mace is very good. I mean, we should outnumber them 2 to 1. Okay. This is scary. I really hope we can funnel them. Just as it seems, the 13th Legion is ready to clash with the savages. A lone figure steps out and stands between the battle lines. He's got a parted long beard knotted around tortoise shells, and his head is sheltered beneath a sloping snout of a wolf's skull. The elder stands unarmed, save for a long staff which clatters with tethered deer horns. Shockingly, he speaks in your tongue. Outsiders! Welcome to the north. We are not so inhospitable as you may think. As is our tradition, we believe that battle between 2 men is just as honorable and of value as that between 2 armies. So it is. I offer my strongest champion. Hail, Bonebreaker! A burly man steps forward. He unhooks the pelts and tosses them aside to reveal a body of pure muscle, tendon and scars. The elder nods. Put forth your champion, outsiders, and we shall share a day that all our ancestors will smile upon. The thing is, Jonathan Sanity has the best chance of winning with that two-handed mace, because if he can get a good hit in, he should be able to daze the enemy barbarian. But the thing is, though, if it's like any one of these chosen is stronger than any one of our guys, and they're going to have crazy high armor. The thing is, Jonathan Sanity only has 115 body armor. He's almost certain to die here. And I don't know how this is going to affect our money if I take on the one-on-one. My concern, though, is if I say I'd rather burn down the whole camp, we're going to have to fight more than just those 5 Reavers. I feel like we stand to lose too much. If Jonathan Sanity dies, then we'll fail the mission as well. I'm going to attack the whole thing. Presumably this is going to get our squad wiped. But I need info about how tough these guys are. I think they're very fucking tough. Oh Christ. 1, 2, 3. This doesn't really help us funnel them. That's a funnel there. If I can get 2 or 3 lads in there, that's one guy. So I should point out that I haven't played any of the DLC offline. So this is literally my first time fighting a Chosen. Let's let them keep coming forward. Hold the line, boys. Now, I do play Iron Man, and if we get squad wiped here, that would suck, but we'll just start the campaign again. And at least we would have learnt a valuable lesson about how tough these Chosen are. So, what do I expect them to do? Did they end their turn? They did. So, on the next turn, I expect them to wait. Then engage adrenaline. They'll then move forward and attack first on that next turn. But we should get an attack off and a net before they get to do anything. Okay, there's the adrenaline. If they charge straight onto my front lines, that's actually perfect for me because it's still turn 1. So if they charge in on turn 2, they would have moved twice, used adrenaline, and be almost exhausted. And we wouldn't have spent any of our fatigue. Okay, unsurprisingly, now they choose to wait. They're fucking hard to hit. That's not too bad. We did a little bit of damage there with that hunting bow. Just wait. Don't move forward, boys. Don't spend any AP moving towards them. I believe their barbarian charge goes straight through a spear wall. So a spear wall probably wouldn't have been worth it. So, I'm assuming they're going to use adrenaline again, which is great. It's going to cost them more fatigue. I think they're going to adrenaline and step forward. So, shield up. And hopefully we survive their attacks. The problem is, any one of these look like they're going to be one-shotting kind of attacks. Netting them now doesn't really help. If I had a stronger front line or back line of archers, this kind of fight gets better. What I would want now is throwing axes to start shredding armor, but I don't have any ranged guys really. That's as expected. Okay, this is getting scary. Here we go. What was that percentage chance to hit? 23%. Okay, good. So if we maintain a shield wall, they can actually be quite hard to hit. Well, they won't have very high attack values, I mean, but we need to start getting some damage on these boys. So we got 67% chance to hit. And look at, they're only warmed up. It feels like they should have spent more. I mean, this guy has moved 8 tiles, used adrenaline twice, and he's only just less than half of his fatigue. Fucking hell. They must have over 200 fatigue then. Well, let's see. So adrenaline is 20 each activation. He's used it twice, that's 40. He's moved over 8 tiles. They cost, I think it's 6 fatigue, so plus 40. He should have spent 80 fatigue minus 15 that he's recovering naturally, so 80 minus 30, so that warmed up fatigue, that's 50 fatigue, so it looks like they have 150 total. I'm pretty sure we don't have the horsepower to win this fight. There we go, look at that, we're all just going to get one shot. Yeah, clearly this was not a fight we had any chance of winning. Okay, clearly when I saw that it's... Well, now I know I can't fight Chosen yet. So I need to think of Chosen pretty much as strong as... Like, let's say... an enemy leader. Or an enemy champion once we fight one. And Chosen are all about having armor destruction. I mean, I kind of knew that from the descriptions, but you kind of have to fight them and experience it firsthand. Well, let's go down fighting at least. Ooh. God, these guys are badasses. Like later on in the campaign, they're not that bad. They seem to be like a little bit. I would actually, looking at they have less armor than an orc warrior. At least that's the sense I'm getting. Ha ha ha! Yes, did you see that? Well done, Jonathan Sanity. Ooh, Polisco, not ready to die yet. There's a shield. Oh, poor Lisco. Oh, dodge. Oh, that's obviously a Warhammer. So like once we get the full squad ready and we have all of the weapons we want, these guys they feel quite, it's not that bad. I mean, they're just wrecking us because of how weak we are, which is fair enough. But much later on, this is very doable. Oh, rip. Okay, so look at that, like he's had 6 turns of proccing Berserk every time, and he's nowhere near fatigued. Okay, this guy's exhausted. So it seems like blunt weapons, two-handed maces especially, is going to be the key against these guys. The two-handed maces, go on punching, inflict dazed, it adds to their fatigue usage. Yeah, okay. Rip. 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 To the last man, 13th. Oh. They're such cool enemies. I fucking dig them. Sick Nanford. Die with your brothers. I wonder, are they maybe recouping fatigue when they get a kill? Because like this particular guy, if we write about him having 150 fatigue total, he, even with fractured ribs, okay, that's kind of affecting it. I don't know. Oh, gruesome. Oh. Splat. So there was fucking 10 of us, and we managed to kill one of them. Oh, we got an achievement. Give me back my legions. Lose a game to barbarians. Well, there you go. RIP 13th Legion. Crows cycle above the corpses of the 13th Legion, waiting for looters to clear out so they can finally land and feast. It may have fought hard, but the company will soon be forgotten, washed out in a sea of similar violent venture companies to come. As the pain seizes your body, you simply let the corporeal world go, retreating into your own mind, barricading yourself there, desperately seeking good reason for why you chose this life. Because it seems readily obvious now that the life you chose also chose your death. 0 points. Literally the worst Battle Brothers player in history. So, obviously I didn't have to do that. I kind of knew as soon as I saw that it was those chosen that was not a winnable fight. But like I said, I have to learn firsthand how tough those guys are. So, I'll still be back tomorrow with another episode for the Peasant Militia. We'll start again. We at least know from the previous playthrough that straight away we'll look at the starting 12 lads, we'll pick the 6 best guys, fire the rest. Start as normal, be as aggressive as we can in getting money and gear for the six guys, get them up to level 4 or 5, then hire 2 more, get them up to 4 to 5, 2 more, and repeat the process until we have our 16 boys. And now I know how tough those guys are. I mean, again, I kind of knew from the descriptions, but you have to experience it yourself. So the Thralls are basically thugs, the Reavers are basically raiders, and the Chosen are, I would say, one step above brigand leaders. And they're somewhere between a brigand leader and an orc warrior. So that's worth knowing. The key to beating those guys was going to be blunt weapons. Warhammers to destroy their armor and maces to daze them. But that's going to mean you'll need high-level guys because you don't get plus to hit chance from those weapons. Friends, I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough as much as I have. Don't worry, the content's going to keep coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a restart of the 13th. I don't know if I might want to make it a different company. I kind of feel like let's keep going with the 13th Legion just because this didn't feel like a natural battle loss to me. I really wanted to fight these guys firsthand, so I won't even start it as a new season. I'll just keep the next one the same season, just episode 6. We'll just start again. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you tomorrow.